Hi, I'm Jeff, and welcome to another one of my videos. Today's video is a little special video I wanted to do really quickly because something happened yesterday that I thought was noteworthy, and that is the nominations for the 2021 Eisner Awards were announced. Now, for those of you who don't know what the Eisner Awards are, they are basically like the Oscars or the Emmys or the Grammys of the comic book world. They take place as part of San Diego Comic-Con, which this year is on July 23rd, 24th, and 25th virtually. I didn't get an exact date for when the actual awards ceremony is, but last year it was on the Friday, so that would put it this year on July the 23rd. Now, there are lots of different categories for the Eisner Awards, more than I care to go through, frankly. And a lot of the categories are featuring comics and different types of things that I am not particularly familiar with. So I am going to highlight 7 of the categories that are ones that have things that I know something about. If you want a full list of all the nominees for the Eisner Awards this year, I'll put the link for it down in the description. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the categories which I wanted to feature in this video. The first one is Best Lettering. The nominees are Mike Allred, Deron Bennett, Aditya Bidikar, who works on Department of Truth, I want to note, Clayton Cowles, Stan Sakai, and Russ Wooten. Now, I will admit, I don't know much about letterers. It's not really a category of the contributors to comic books that I pay much attention to. I do notice sometimes when I see some lettering that I find especially creative, but I never go back and I'm like, ooh, who's the letterer? So, I'm a fan of Department of Truth, so I'm glad to see Department of Truth represented in that list. Basically, that is my 2 cents on that list. The next category that I want to feature is Best Coloring. And we have nominees Laura Allred, Jean-Francois Bellew, I'm going to assume that's correct, GP, Marte Gracia, Dave Stewart, and Matt Wilson. Did you like the little accent that I put on Gracia? I don't know why I did that. But this is another category where I really don't pay much attention to the coloring. But these are people that worked on books that are ones that are part of the comic books that are on my radar every week. So I thought I would at least acknowledge the category. The next category I want to feature is Best Penciler/Inker or Penciler/Inker Team. The nominees are Michael Allred. We have seen Laura Allred's name in the previous category. Marco Cicchetto, Jorge Corona, Bertrand Gatignol, Mitch Evans/Evan Doc Shaner, and Sanford Green. All right, well, this is a list that I have to say I think is missing my guy, Martin Simmons, from the Department of Truth. I also think you could put, lots of other people on this list as well. But the only one I really know fairly well is Marco Cicchetto, and I've heard lots of great things. And when the bits of his art that I have seen are really fantastic. The next category is Best Cover Artist. We have artists Jamal Campbell, Simone DeMeo, Mike Huddleston, Dave Johnson, Peach Momoko, and Ramon K. Perez. All right, so on this list are a lot of books that I read. Jamal Campbell, who I've been reading Far Sector and loving it. Simone DeMeo, who's doing We Only Find Them When They're Dead, which I've been reading. Mike Huddleston, that does Decorum, which I've been reading. Peach Momoko, which, you can't get away from reading something that she's touched at some point. And then Ramon K. Perez, from Stillwater, which is another book that I have been reading. So I don't know that I have a favorite in this group personally, right off the bat. If I went with my gut, I would probably go with Jamal Campbell. I do like his art. I like his style. I like Simone DeMeo too, but I like Jamal Campbell. So that's my soft, uneducated pick at this moment. The next group is Best Writer. We have nominees Ed Brubaker, Matt Fraction, Jonathan Hickman, Jeff Lemire, James Tynan IV, and Chip Zdarsky. All right, well, I will admit, and I've admitted this before in my videos, I am a writer-focused reader of comic books. Some people are artist-focused. I am definitely writer-focused. And so this is a category I'm particularly excited about. I'm happy to see Jonathan Hickman in there. I've been reading Decorum and enjoying it. I'm happy to see Chip Zdarsky in there. The more Chip Zdarsky I read, the bigger and bigger fan I become. He is really, really great. But anybody who's probably seen even just one of my videos on this channel knows already that my guy is James Tynan IV. He is my favorite writer in comic books. He is so good. Everything he touches, I enjoy, and not as a fanboy. Like I said before, I read his books with fresh eyes every time, and I judge each book on its individual merit, and every time I'm like, James Tynan IV, you did it again. In my opinion, if he doesn't win Best Writer in this category, it is a travesty. But that being said, there are a lot of other great writers in this category. All right, let's get into these last three ones, which are kind of the most exciting ones. The first one is Best Limited Series. The nominees are Barbalian, Decorum, Far Sector, Strange Adventures, Superman's Pal Jimmy Olsen, and We Live. So I've been reading 3 of these. I haven't heard much about Barbalian or Superman's Pal Jimmy Olsen. I have heard really good things about We Live. People seemed to be enjoying that a lot. I just don't have any first-hand knowledge of it. I have been reading Decorum, Far Sector, and Strange Adventures. And while I enjoy all 3 of them, and I think all of them are worthy nominees, I would say that my personal pick for winner would be Far Sector. I think Far Sector has been a really great story, really well told. It hits on so many levels. I've just been really enjoying it. So that would be my pick in this category. The next category is Best New Series, and the nominees are Black Widow, Crossover, The Department of Truth, Philadelphia, and We Only Find Them When They're Dead. So I've been reading 3 of these 5 books. I've heard good things about Philadelphia, and I've just recently been hearing good things about this Black Widow series. That was one that I was completely ignoring, and recently someone was like, there's a lot of great buzz about this book, and here it is as a nominee for an Eisner Award. So that might be one that I might start paying a little bit more attention to. But I have been reading Crossover, The Department of Truth, and We Only Find Them When They're Dead. I'm a little surprised to see Crossover on there, and We Only Find Them When They're Dead, because it seems like a lot of people had kind of lackluster views of those, even though I've been really enjoying them. But once again, this is not a popularity poll. This is nominated by people in the industry, and people in the industry seem to feel like these are legitimate and valid books for nomination. So I'm happy to see Crossover and We Only Find Them When They're Dead on there, because I do like them. But once again, James Tynion IV is my guy, so absolutely the Department of Truth is my pick in this category. Even amongst the three that I've read, Crossover, Department of Truth, and We Only Find Them When Dead, to me, the Department of Truth is a standout. It's an amazing book. It's absolutely my pick to win this category. And finally, the last category that I want to feature today is the Best Continuing Series category. The nominees in this category are Bitter Root, Daredevil, The Department of Truth, Gideon Falls, Stillwater, and Usagi Yojimbo, or Usagi Yojimbo. All right, so we have the 6 books here. I have been reading 2 of them. I believe Bitter Root won Best New Series last year, which was an upset to me because Something is Killing the Children was nominated last year and didn't win, so I was a little upset about that. But I haven't read Bitter Root, so I can't say that it wasn't deserving. So it'll be interesting to see. It might be a bit of a favorite in this category for continuing series based off of its win last year. But I've also heard really good things about Daredevil, and I love Chip Zdarsky. And Daredevil may have even been nominated in this category last year. I'll have to double check that. Maybe I'll drop a note on the screen right now. Gideon Falls, I've heard good things about. I don't know much about it. Usagi Yojimbo, I'm a little bit surprised to see on this list because I don't know of anybody that's ever said anything about the quality of this series at all. But obviously, the people who made the nomination committee for the Eisner Awards obviously thought that it was worthy. But then we have the 2 books that I have read, The Department of Truth and Stillwater. Stillwater is really good. I enjoy it a lot. I am very interested in every issue of it that comes out. It exceeded my expectations early on with issue number 1 and continues to exceed my expectations with every single issue that comes out. But come on. The Department of Truth is on this list. Now, it's a little unfair that it's on Best New Series and Best Continuing Series. I have a feeling that it might split its vote a little bit. That might hurt it a little bit in its chances. It's at the very least win Best New Series. It might have a tougher time winning Best Continuing Series because they're looking at books just from the year of 2020. And so there were just a few issues of the Department of Truth that came out in 2020. But I believe issue number 3 came out in 2020, and issue number 3 was fantastic. So it'll be interesting to see if it gets one or both of the categories. But for me, the Department of Truth is my pick. I'm a huge fan. Because I just think it's a fantastic read. I love it so much. So, but there's lots of other, like between Daredevil and Stillwater from Chip Zdarsky, Bitter Root, Gideon Falls, and Usagi Yojimbo. I guess Usagi Yojimbo, I don't know about that one, but all the rest of them, there's lots of great titles on there. All right, so I just wanted to go over these nominees because I think it's kind of interesting. I think it's kind of fun to know what is being critically acclaimed. That being said, awards shows in general are kind of garbage, you know? It doesn't necessarily equate to fan favorites or even, you know, quality. But they're interesting, they're fun, they can be entertaining, they're at least, at the very least, like I said, interesting trivia. So I wanted to make sure to feature them for you. Once again, I believe the Eisner Awards are going to be on Friday, July the 23rd, virtually as part of virtual San Diego Comic-Con. So maybe when it's all said and done, I will do another video talking about the winners from these categories. And one last time, once again, down in the description is a link to all of the nominations if you wanted to check out the full list of nominations. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, a like is appreciated. Subscribe if you are inclined to do so. I think I put out some videos worth subscribing to. All in all, thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.